Hey everybody there, just here to do another review. Today it'll be on Apollon Nutrition's Hooligan. So I'm excited to do this one genuinely because I would say out of all the supplements I've taken recently, Hooligan is the one that I take the most or on the most consistent basis. This is because Hooligan is a pre-workout that doesn't really have any of the, I guess, nasty ingredients. There's no DMHA, there's no DMAA, there's no alpha-hemine, there's nothing really along that line. It's basically just a pre-workout which has all the standard ingredients plus some that you wouldn't often see, I guess. And that's kind of the beautiful part about Hooligan and Apollon Nutrition is they've got their assassin formula, which is hardcore stim, smack you right in the face, one of the most intense pre-workouts you could ever take. I mean, that shit is just next level strong. But that's the way it's designed. Hooligan is not designed to be necessarily its weaker version. It's not the pre-evolution or whatever to it. It's more just the non-stim junkie ingredient version. So there's other elements in here that you maybe wouldn't see over in Assassin that you would only in Hooligan. So let's first talk about the flavor. I like to start off now with flavor just because it gives people a view of what they might be taking. Everyone's different, so flavor is subjective. I've got the strawberry margarita, and to be honest, it's not very good. It's not surprising, it's not very good. It's 22.5 grams. Whenever you get something that's that jam-packed with ingredients, I mean, fuck, it's going to be hard to mask that. And it does have things like lion's mane that I think tends to be quite hard to mask. But it's fine because it's not awful. I always say I would rather a shit tasting pre-workout that works good than a good tasting pre-workout that works okay. In the end, you can mix this with Diet Right, you can mix it with whatever, and you're good to go. So that's the flavor. Could it be better? Probably, but with this serving size, it is what it is. All right, let's look at the most important part that leads in to the most important part actually, which is the label. So first and foremost, we've got L-citrulline, and we've got it at 7 grams. That helps with pump and flow. So, I mean, it's probably one of the most standard ingredients you'll ever see in any pre-workout. You've got beta-alanine at 3.5 grams. Itchy tingles, all that lovely jazz. You've got betaine HCI at 2.5 grams. Good dosage. You're probably starting to notice that the dosages for Hooligan are all pretty much at the top. I mean, if they're not at a clinical dosage, it's because they're above it. You got L-tyrosine focused on attention at 2 grams. Agnatine sulfate, my favorite pre-workout ingredient for pumps. For me, works awesome. I don't know why. Everyone's different. 1.5 grams. Once again, really, really dosed highly. You got my favorite nootropic that I've been taking now for quite a while. It's lion's mane, 1 gram. Alpha GPC at 600 milligrams. Yet another nootropic. Caffeine anhydrous. Everybody's favorite stimulant, the one that essentially makes every pre-workout, at 450 milligrams. That's a whopping size, and it's not even the only caffeine source. You'll see that in a second. You got theobromine at 250 milligrams. That assists the caffeine. It's an energy hit. Himalayan pink sea salt at 200 milligrams. Just helps with blood flow, it'll assist the pumps. It'll kind of assist everything. You got rhodiola rosea root, which is 200 milligrams. The idea of this is that it does help a little bit with strength and endurance. You got decaffeine malate at 200 milligrams. So, yeah, that's 650 milligrams of caffeine, which is, 6.5 cups of standard coffee, which is, yeah, look, we're at a crazy threshold right there, but it is what it is. We'll see if it works with the results. Then you've got Elevate TP at 150 milligrams, meant to help with strength and endurance. Estrogen, just to help put all those nutrients in at 50 milligrams. All right, that's the label. Sounds amazing. Does it live up to the label? That's essentially what it all comes down to. You can have the world's greatest label. If it sucks donkey dick, it's not worth taking. And you can have the most average label, but if it makes you feel great and you get a great workout, buy 10 times. What is my opinion on it? Does it live up to it? Does this batch mean anything? Or is it just garbage with a fake label? It absolutely works. It absolutely lives up to the label. I mean, this is one of those pre-workout formulas where I don't think there's a single individual that I would not recommend this to. And I genuinely mean that. If you're a stim junkie, this at a full scoop is a fucking experience. Like, I'm more scared to take a full scoop of Hooligan than I am to take a full serving of pre-phase KO Dark Energy. It hits like a fucking truck. It's not the hitting like a truck, the DMAA where, or alpha G or alpha E-mine where, you know, too much of it and it does give you either nausea, anxiety, or something along those lines. This is, it's to me the caffeine, I think, at 650 milligrams, that's just a lot of caffeine. So a full serving, I've only taken 2 scoops ever of full serving. First time I took it like how I regularly take most things. It's either I have a protein shake and like a banana, then go do my pre-workout, and then I do my workout, or I go empty stomach pre-workout workout. This was, I took it on an empty stomach, took it at 9:30. Within 10 minutes, it was already smacking me. Finished my workout, did about 2 hours, did some cardio with it. Went to work, started work at 2, this is on a Saturday, finished at around 7. I felt this fucking pre-workout till 7:30 p.m. You tell me how that makes sense. That quality of the caffeine malate and just caffeine anhydrous and all the ingredients in here is just, you can tell this is not cheap. Almost question whether they earn anything from this. The beta tingles were super good. They weren't, you know, itching your eyeballs out, which is what I don't like, because why do you need that? But they were consistent. You felt it everywhere. The pumps were fantastic. They weren't on the level of a pure pump formula, that's an elite one, but they were really good. You can't ask for more. The energy was absolutely phenomenal. I mean, it was almost too much. Like, you'd have to pause because your heartbeat was just going boom, boom. The focus, crystal clean. Like when you take something that has, you know, lion's mane or tyrosine, alpha GPC, all these ingredients that really help with focus, you are just dialed in with every set you're doing. And specifically to me, it's like when I take something with 1 gram of lion's mane, I have another, it's just a nootropic that I've been taking from, I think it's Faction Labs, called Attention, and they have lion's mane at 1 gram. You can fucking feel that. Every set you do feels like it starts and ends and nothing else exists in between. No conversation, no nothing. You don't need your phone, no, none of that bullshit. So to cover this pre-workout in terms of its results, pumps, awesome. Energy, out of this world. Probably the highest energy pre-workout in terms of sustained energy that I've ever had. Even more than Excelsior in terms of just takes you through the roof with this. It's just, you almost can't believe that you still feel like you want to go. The focus was really good. The pumps were really good. The energy was really good. I didn't feel a calm down, though. I do have to be honest. I don't take this in full scoop anymore because it's hard for me to handle that much caffeine. I needed to go to the toilet. I had diarrhea the first time I took it because it just smacked me right in the face. This is a 20/40 serving top. And anyone who's ever bought like a general pre-workout will know that when something is 20/40, it's not 20/40, it's just 20. It might be 20/30, but 160 milligrams of, let's just say, caffeine, it'll say. At that stage, just take an energy drink or just take a coffee and call it a day. This is a literal 20/40. I can't take the 20. It's just too much. I can take this as a daily driver at half a scoop to 3/4 of a scoop, and it is absolutely perfect. I've had days where, because my shifts that I work can be very, very annoying. It can be 2 p.m. till midnight. So I've had days where I'm doing work on the side, or I'm teaching, and I'm teaching from 7 till 1:30, finish, then I go straight to my other job, and I finish at midnight. So I'm on 4 or 5 hours of sleep, huge day, 16 plus hours of work. I will feel wrecked in the morning, but I need to get my workout in. I need to hit my goals. I take half a scoop to 3/4. Phenomenal. It has yet to not hit me the way it does every fucking workout. It is just that damn good. This is the pre-workout. See, when I suggested Excelsior or Crack or Pre-Phase or anything else, I always say, if you're a beginner, do not take those. If you're somebody who's an expert at training, but you don't take pre-workouts, still don't take them, or take them at a minimal dosage. This, I would recommend for every single individual. I would just say, be responsible with how you take it. If you're brand new to pre-workouts, you could honestly start at like 3/10 of a scoop or something, 1/4 of a scoop. It's still gonna hit you. If you have been taking pre-workouts before, if you do drink coffee on a regular, and if you can handle stimulants, take half like I do, or when you need a little bit more, take 3/4. I don't necessarily recommend this at a full scoop, and the only reason I don't is, if I'm taking it at a full scoop, I may as well take Excelsior, Crack, Assassin, or something along those lines, that once in a week, once every 10 days. I would not take this at a full scoop 3 times a week. I mean, this is just too much caffeine for me. But overall, it is as good as a pre-workout has ever existed. It's also quite a good money-friendly pre-workout. If you're taking, I mean, this has lasted me for ages, and I take this all the time. Like, I mean, I still got about 1/3 of the tub left. And I mean, I paid, this is in Perth, Western Australia, so I paid $80, I believe it was, and it's the best $80 you could ever pay for a pre-workout. It is just that good. All right, hope you enjoyed that review. If you have any questions about Hooligan or any other pre-workout, I've taken now so many that I can give you comparisons, feel free to ask. I would suggest you try the fuzzy navel flavor and not the strawberry margarita. I've never tried the fuzzy navel. It's just that I've heard it's better. So that would just be my recommendation. Okay. Hope everybody has a great day. Enjoy your workouts. Take care.